Salute, man. Appreciate you for coming on. It's a pleasure to meet you. And if, you know what I'm saying, if you people's with Brother Jay, then
yeah, that's my brother, man. That's my brother, thick and thin.
That's right.
Thick and thin for sure, bro.
Yeah, I mean, he's a good person to have on your side. So, I mean,
that's a fact.
Makes sense.
That's a fact. I only need him.
Yeah. One number in the phone, right? You know, just one number.
One phone call. I call one.
Yeah.
The bro Joe. That's it.
Hey, Wayne, you know, I bumped into the dude that took us to that club when we was out here.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. He was online, and like, yo, y'all came to my hood and took us up. Hey, bro,
man.
Me and PX had a fight. God bless. We had an argument at the hotel, right? And I took off, and Ra was on security. And the brother said, go with the brother and shit. He was on point like a motherfucker. He said, yo, go with the brother and shit, right? I'm walking from Carson. I walk from Carson to Compton. Now that I'm out here, I know the distances and the wild trek that we took. But we walked into Compton, man, bumped into some brothers, man, told them to pack up their cars, rolled up into Princess Club. I performed with Super Cat. Ra was cutting.
Pete Rock.
What, Nobody Beats the Biz and shit.
Super, yeah, man, that was insane.
We rocked the Vertigo Club. This was a long time ago when the I don't know what they call that club now, but it was the Vertigo Club and
Princess Club.
Yeah, and he had took it over right downtown, and we had such an adventure, man. Woke up in the hills and shit, breakfast.
Yo, I just got my per diem, right? I just got my per diem, my little bit of money in my pocket, right? And bro Jay is heated. I ain't going back, Ultra. I was like, I ain't trying to make you go back, bro. It's cool, we cool. So we go and we go to this arcade, and Jay loves Street Fighter. So I spent my whole per diem on keeping Jay at the video place, him playing Street Fighter. Meanwhile, Clan's on the phone, Brother Ultra. Where is bro? You better not have it to him. I was like, what? And Jay's like, I'm not going back. I'm not going back. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, yo, let's just play video games, bro. I'm cool. You can deal with it. It was wild.
Street Fighter.
That was Street Fighter. I'm champion of that.
Yeah, I'll bust your ass in that when we meet up. Trust me.
Crazy. You gotta come to my tournaments. You gotta come to my video game tournaments, man.
Okay, we're gonna talk then. So this is episode 20, Constant Elevation.
Yes, sir.
We got the legendary Brother Jay, myself, Timon. We got a special guest, Ra Hanna, producer of our intro beat. Yo, I get hyped every time. Whoa!
Oh, yeah.
And we're gonna get into some stuff you're doing. This is a very try to be positive in this discussion and try to share tools, technology, things to help people. It's a wild world out there. So so Brother Jay, I'm gonna sit back and let you rock, man, and I'll follow your lead, but let's set it off and we'll go wherever you want to go.
All good, man. It's simple, man. Brother Rod, I just wanted you to break down what we saw on the Today Show the other day. For people that didn't have a chance to tune in, I've been talking about your tournament for a while. As we're developing the celebrity version of it, but the children's version of it is very important. Give us a little overview about what you're doing.
Okay, so this started probably before COVID when everybody was stuck, and I had this idea about a pool tournament. Pool's been my life. Pool and music been my life. And so I hooked up with my partner, Corey Wolford, and I said, hey, man, I want to throw this tournament. It was in Virginia. I said, I want to throw it for all those kids who really don't have no place to go. And he said, all right. So I threw it, and we thought it was going to be okay. It turned out to be like 80 kids showed up. So it was crazy. Right after that, I said, we got something. So I got on the phone the next day and booked 8 pool rooms, and we made a nationwide tour. And so one of the stars of that, he actually ended up being #1 because we have points. You assign points if you get first, second, third, so on. And this young brother ended up being first, and he's incredible. His name is D'Angelo Spain. We in the pool world, they call him Jaws. Man, this guy, he when you see somebody and you be like, that guy got it. Well, he has everything, because I try to teach the youth. I try to teach them social skills, interactive skills, things that's going to let them survive and grow. You know, so I let him get on the mic with me. I let him do this. But this guy, Jaws, he was such a natural. He's such a natural, and he had the skills to back it up. You know, so him and his whole family, they live in Baltimore. You know what I mean? And it was a whole nother world opened up to us. So anyway, D'Angelo, we put out a couple of videos because I encourage the kids to do their social media to get everything right. And he gets picked up, the Black News, and his video just goes viral. I mean, it just goes viral. Everybody knows him. Next thing you know, the Today Show calls him and says, we want you on the Today Show. So he calls me, and I'm like, the what? He said, the Today Show. I'm like today? Like the real Today Show, Channel 4? He's like, yeah. So they hit him up, and then a minute later, he called me and says, yo, they want to use your pictures, your video, everything that you got. And they're going to call you. So they called me, interviewed me, got like a gang of footage. I had to sign a NDA contract. It was like this thick. It was crazy. Say NBC could use whatever. But I was like, for the kids, and especially because he looks like us. You know what I mean? And especially because that, for him to represent the way he did, he's so, you know, it's like your brother said, it's so cliche to be like when a brother's well-spoken and, you know, I carry himself, but he still has the funk of the street. They asked him, the brother asked him a question. He said, so where do you rank in this jazz scene? He said, 1. He said, what do you mean? He said, 1. And the guy looked at him. He said, I'm number 1. And he's right. So it's been a great opportunity. And, you know, I've always been in media and things like that, but it's like, I found my calling. I always loved pool. I made it through college playing pool. I wasn't the pool hustler type. I was just the type that, yo, get up on this table. I'm going to bust you up, take your girl, and then I'm going to take you out to dinner. So I'm just going to say, anybody who's listening on the stream, if you think you got work, come on down. We trying to make a new album. I'll beat you out of that album, and then we'll go forward. Because it ain't happening.
That's true.
I like you already. So we have to
there you go. I roll with the bro Jay. I roll with the bro Jay. Ain't no time for dilly dally.
I tell you, I was using.
I tell you what, bro.
Back in the days. So
hey, bro. Me and bro Jay in the clan. I'm still earning right now. I'm a studio engineer. I earned. I'm proud of that. You know, I came from the bottom to the top, right? And we up in. I think it was either Quad or INS Studios. Jay's doing an album, and we in there. And Naughty by Nature is on the next floor. And the guy tells me, he says, you play pool? I said, yep. He says, well, I have my own special cues. And Jay says, yo, Ultra. He says, Ultra, can you beat him? I said, I'm beat the brakes off this dude. I said, anybody, once we get on that table, it's clan. My man went in the closet, bro, got his sticks out like, oh.
He had a special stick. That's right.
Put his little special stick together. Man, I took Betsy off the wall. I beat the brakes and the transmission off this dude. And then Naughty and them came in there, and I was like, what y'all want to do? Boom, boom, boom. Dusted all off. I'm standing there with my crown. It was incredible, man.
You ate Naughty in pool. That's
I put the work on him. I put the work on him.
I'm so glad to see how that's evolved, dog, because he could have went any way with it, bro. An outlaw for real, just robbing.
That's exactly. And it's funny how, you know, I'm just keeping it 100. It's funny how all my dealings with the clan and with Brother Jay, and I mean, when I say I was with Brother Jay, I mean, I was there. Like, I was his dude, his one right-hand man. Me and this man went through everything together. So for me to have ideas, and me and Jay always bounce ideas off, and, hey, you should do this, do that. And just to come from an acorn and to grow into a tree and to be something that comes from your head, it taught me how to move in those spaces, because everybody's not your friend.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody's not your friend, and they ain't going to act like it. So you have to, you know, you can't beat everybody up. You can't beat everybody up. You can't bully everybody. You have to have some semblance of how to move. So me, I'm lucky, you know, originally from Passaic, New Jersey, and we was like a big melting pot, man. Like my brothers, like King Louie and Ace and these guys, they're Spanish, Black. I mean, we're just everybody. If you was cool, you was cool. So it did teach me, you know, how to move around, and to be able to get my point across without having to come to the knucklehead stuff, you know? Right. And it was funny because I'm in college, bro. I'm in college. I got 2 roommates. They're like, why you don't never go to class? I'm like, man, I went to class. I made Dean's List. They just was, to me, they were just slow. So my good friend Adam Schiffman, I'm telling you this, yo, shout out to Adam. He lived in Jackson, New Jersey, where Great Adventure was. So he was super square. He was super square. He's my roommate. He was cool as hell. I joined the clan. I started dealing. He said, "Hey, what's this? The X clan? Oh, what's going on?" I said, "Bro, you come and meet him." So I took my man, Adam Schiffman. Oh man, Adam Schiffman.
I remember Adam, sir.
Super white dude from Jackson, cool as hell. I brought him to meet Brother Jay. Changed his life. He said, Ra, I gotta admit, I had some stereotypes in my head. I'm scared they're gonna beat you up and throw you out the clan because you're rolling with this white dude. I said, man, you just be you. I said, if you just be you, we good. And he talked to Jay, and it blew his mind because he's like, wow, this guy is like, you know, only dude who was up there with Jay to me, in fact, was Chuck and Chris. And he knew who Brother Jay was because he saw, you know, but I came through. I'm in college. Like, I went to William Patterson. And I was like, it's like the spook who sat by the door, brother. By day, I'm like, hey, how you doing? By now, it's like, yo, what's up? So, I had my nose pierced, bro. I had the nose piercing, nose pierced. And my man was like, you all right, brother? Brother, Rock, you okay?
I remember that, son.
He said, you sure? You sure you ain't, you know, it's the X-Clan, you ain't, you know, clan, you know? It was hilarious, man. And to this day, he asked about Jay, but I think it's a lesson as us being men and me and Jay sharing this space together. It helped me grow up. You know what I'm saying? It really did, because I really got to see the other side of the coin. I mean, I've been there. You know what I mean? I've been there, you know, at the Armory with Jay and KRS-One having that meeting. I'm with Jay. Like, I'm with Jay. I'm his guy. And we up in there, and I'm from Jersey. Jay used to always remind me, Jersey.
Yeah, I'm from Connecticut, man, so I get it. You're New York.
Yo, he used to kill me, bro. He used to kill me.
I should kill this guy right now, man. I hate
Jersey,
that shit, man.
Jersey.
Right now, though.
Man, I went with Brother Jay, and you know, I saw. I'm gonna just keep it 100. I saw a man who refused to bend his principles, no matter how big the outcome would have been for him. He was always about everybody else to his detriment, and then himself. And nobody can tell me nothing. Bro Jay put his family first. He put us first. He made sure we were good, and then he handled the rest. And that showed me, like, you know, that's how I do with my kids, you know. My organization is called the Junior International Championships, and we got the baddest pool players on the planet.
Yeah, bro.
And they're young. I'm talking 13.
I saw that. I peeped your page. I saw one of the flyers was in Roanoke, Virginia, and that's where. So I got people down there. Like I lived there before. Yeah.
Oh, man.
So how did you get that to like where the Roanoke connection come from?
So I used to work for the BCA, Billiard Congress of America, and I worked for the BEF, the Billiard Education Foundation, which is basically like the boys club for kids. And it's like these kids join, and they join this organization and they play pool. So the prize is, their Super Bowl is they play in the Worlds. It's called the Junior Worlds, and you would have to play people from Russia, from Poland, from Japan. So you have to play these people, and if you win, you are the #1 ranked person in the world. It's like the Super Bowl, or it's like the NBA Finals. So what Jay said, the biggest thing was this year. You know, I brought my squad. You know, our squad. We went to the BF. So it's all the top players in America, right? There's 27 medals, brother. There's 27 medals. We won 25 out of 27 medals. And to tell the truth be told, we didn't have our other top guns because it's expensive to go to Vegas and stay 10 days and be in a hotel and mom and pop is paying for it. It's really difficult, but they shined 25 to 27. So then they're eligible to go to Worlds. So there's 16 spots to go to Worlds, right? Let's say you got a basketball team. You got 16 spots to go to the NBA Finals. Well, guess what? Right. All the kids came from my organization. Every one of them. And then, brother, there's 4 alternates. Guess where the alternates came from? The JIC. the JIC.
Wow.
So we were super proud, but I told him, like Jay always said, you don't be satisfied. I said, this is the beginning. Now you go to Worlds and you show them what you got. You show them what you got. You just let it loose. If you win, lose, whatever, just be yourself. Just don't go up there and throw this opportunity away. And it's good to see the youth, because man, I didn't listen to nobody when I was coming up. You know, I was just lucky I was smart, because I was 5'10". I weighed like $140 all through high school. I was like 5'5". I didn't grow till I went to college. You know what I'm saying? I didn't grow till I went to college. So, you know, I got to experience all that, being bullied, learning how to fight, learning how to use your mouthpiece to get out of stuff. You know, how to use your mouthpiece to get out of stuff. And I try to impart what I learned onto these kids. And it's a pleasure to see that they're picking it up.
What's the age range of kids?
Brother, I have from 9 to 20.
So it started where? Like, where did you start the first one at? And then
the first one was at Roanoke, Virginia, at the Wolf's Den.
Like, why Roanoke?
Because, well, okay, so when I was working with the BEF and BCA, I met Corey Wolford and his wife Trina. The coolest people you ever want to meet. So this is me. My nickname, they call me Ultra, because ain't nothing that I can't do, bro. I put my mind to it. I'm gonna do it, and I'm not bragging. I'm telling how it is. Like I will just study. I'll watch YouTube for a year, bro, and don't tell you. And I'll come back and be like, check this out. Whoa,
just learning whole new skills and shit.
Yeah, that's how I was. I was just very motivated. So, you know, I talked to Corey. I said, hey, Corey, you know, I want to test this out. Let me have this event here. And he gave me his whole pool hall. This guy gave me his whole pool hall to use. And we did it, and we were both like, wow, right? And so then this is the beauty of it. Like I told you, bro, like I just went into it like from your side, like what you do. I went in from the media side. I live streamed the whole event. I live stream and I commentate, put the kids in the booth. When I'm done, Corey says, hey, man, you got a beautiful thing here. I don't want nothing. I just want to help. Let me help you. And you know how it is for us to accept help. Me, I'm like, listen, if I have to go to work, I know one person that's going to show up, and that's going to be me. And I'm going to be early and on time. If you ain't on that type of time and sharing that type of energy with me, as I learned from Jay and stuff like that, it's like, if you ain't going to be on point, bro, don't even show up. Don't show up. So this guy, man, this guy and his wife just gave, and they have stature in the billiard community too. But I'm the face of it. I did what you would call the Super Bowl. I've done the Moscone Cup. I've done the U.S. Open. I've done the International Open. I've done the World Pool Series. If you're a pool guy and you say these events, they'll be like, I know that guy, because I'm the only guy that looks like me out there. You know. And here's the other thing too that I learned from Jay. You know what it is? It's like we can use our color as a shield. We can use it as a battering ram. We can use it as whatever. My thing is, like, if you meet my energy at the same place where I'm at, it's nothing but peace. I don't care if you're green. Like, I don't play that. I don't let nobody tell me I can't do something, or that you're not allowed to do something. I'm gonna do it, man. I'm gonna do it. So straight ahead, hard head, man. But Corey, man, that guy, it's like me and him was born. Like, I'm a sledgehammer, bro. Put that wall up, boop, boop, boop. I'm gonna knock it down. He got a little more finesse than I do, you know. And me and him are just a great team, because the only thing he wants to do is see the world shine also. So this month, this month I haven't had my props. It's the Billiard Digest. This nice. This the only book on pool that there is. And this month, his son is in it. So this is his son, Shane Wolford. And he's in Billiard Digest because they're looking at him to go play for Team USA. And nice. it's all 360, because he commentated with me last year with the juniors, and he wants to help. That's the thing I found out, brother. Like, if you're just open to things, if you're open and you have your sense about you, you're going to meet some good people. You know, maybe if you got 100 people, maybe you meet 4 good ones who really going to rock with you, you know?
Rock hard, too.
That's right.
They're going to rock hard. They're going to rock hard. He cut out for a minute.
Yes.
Yeah.
Almost like it's almost like a dream. But I'm gonna tell you for real, and my boys will tell you. Like I got like from Passaic where we at, we have K Def who did all the Lords of Underground. My boy ACL was on Future Flames with Marty Marl. I ran I was a top DJ at this disco that we used to play. Public Enemy came there right at the Capitol Theater, which where Run DMC did their first show. Run DMC, I mean Public Enemy, I'm sorry. Public Enemy and BC Boys did their first show in Jersey at the Capitol Theater, and the club we DJ'd at was right around the corner.
Wow.
So we've always been involved in like first and everything. And I got to see other men, I got to see other men have an idea and watch them put it together. Right. Being a small dude, I was always in the cut, but my ears were always open. It's like, most of my friends, they're all older than me. I said, because if they make it to that age, they know something that we don't know. So like Jay would say, the elders, I just took that in, man. I took all this smarts in, and then I said, it's my turn, because this brother, his name is Howard Bell. And when I started my company out, he helped me pay for my live streaming program. And he said, I'm going to pass this on to you because there's going to be a time for you to pass it on to somebody else. And in this day and age, you think, man, come on, man, that's corny. And man, guess what? I'm passing it on to somebody else. He laughed at me all the time. He said, I told you, you don't know anything.
Do the kids, like, how do they initially get involved in the program? Let's say there's a kid, like, do they have to sign up, pay, grade requirement, or?
Yes. So here's how it works. At every stop that we have, like I have a stop coming up from the 23rd to 25th in Roanoke. There's 5 different divisions. 13U. Yeah, it's crazy, right? The 13U, boys and girls, that's 2. 18U, boys and girls, that's 3. And then the Pro-Am. The Pro-Am is where you would probably play. That's where you would play, because that's the pros. So in the juniors, when you turn 18, they kick you out. They say you can't play no more. So in America, in order to develop this talent, I made a 20 and under. And I said, if you turn 20 and you played an event, you can play till you're 21.
Right.
And they would just kick them out. So we charge $65 for the kids to come and play. And we give them, they rob us, because we give it all back to them. We give it all back to them, minus fees to get there and stuff like that. But it's just great to see it growing. So any kid can play. Any kid can play. You sign up. You sign up online. You send your money, and you head down to Roanoke on Friday at 9 o'clock. We have a players meeting, and then you got parents always saying, "What am I going to do?" I said, "Man, it's like a big babysitter. You come, and you're not going to see your kid until Sunday when we give out the prizes, because we got them from there. We got them from there, And it's great to have. It's going to be a lot of cliches, but it's great to be part of a tribe, and each one teach one, and hold everybody accountable. Because, when we picked some of these places, we went to some sketchy places, man, and it was dope in the inside, but when you got outside, you're like, whoa. So the parents got together and like, hey, man, everybody get a ride. I mean, it's just so.
Why is pool always in a position like that, like in a deep hood or something?
Yeah,
why?
I will tell you. So. Okay. Back in the day, and this is true, back in the day, when people were poor, they used pool as a hustle. They used it as a hustle because it's easy to what we call hide your speed. You will never know how good that guy is until you're broke. You will never know. And the worst place to play somebody is a bar, because you go into a bar, you think these guys are blah, blah, but that's where the pool hustlers hide. Because they know you like that small table. You put your quarter up. You're going to play next. Hey, want to play for a drink? Sure. Next thing you know, you owe 20 drinks.
Right.
You know what I mean? So the negative connotations come from the pool movie, Paul Newman, The Hustler.
Right.
Look at the title, The Hustler. Right? So, but it was a great, great movie. And it's such a niche sport. It's a niche sport. Not everybody plays. But like I told Jay, my pool cue, my kit. Let me show you something right here. I got my little props. This is my cake. It's my pool cake.
Like a rifle, nigga.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying.
You know how much that case cost? That's $500.
That's the sniper. That's the Matt Damon.
You know,
born
exactly.
original.
That's 500
shit.
right there. That's 500 right there. The cue's inside. 1,800 for the shooting cue with 2 shafts. Shafts are 500 each. You have to have I'm gonna just break it down to you. Shafts are 500 each, and they used to be wood. Now the shafts are carbon fiber. So they got all this science into it, which is a good segue. Has all the science involved in it, and then you have a break cue. So you don't just go pull something off a wall. You have equipment. It's just like football, basketball, everything. It's the same thing.
The interesting thing about like anything is that like when you go deep enough into something, the shit gets real, right? And you start.
That's exactly right.
Photography, painting, tennis.
Everything.
It don't fucking matter. When you go deep in it, when you start really digging in it, it gets real. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And they get real fast. And that's where, you know, all those costs, they catch up. So the negative connotation's been with pool since the 70s. And guys like us, we're so competitive. I mean, listen, bro, I'm gonna tell you, and you're probably gonna spit that out, but I seen guys play for $50,000 a game. You can have another drink. I'm talking about $50,000 a game and get paid. I'm not talking about no OZs on. I'm talking about it's on the light. They rocking. They get paid. So you can go not work a job. I can make what you make in one night.
You can, So I mean, damn. Yeah. It's funny because I've seen it in movies and stuff. Like I played, but I mean, I respect skill. So I'm like, and I've always. You know, I've seen cats get taken for shit. I'm like, oh, I'm glad I'm over here in the corner watching.
Exactly.
but like, it's serious, man. And it's just, I just appreciate. I like hearing about like stuff that I don't know about. And this is like the intricacies of this are like, because there's a whole subculture to it that I'm hearing about. That's like
super subculture, and that's the thing. So those 2 movies, The Hustler and The Color of Money. The Color of Money with Tom Cruise looking all slick. Yeah, you want the back. Blah blah blah. So I know all those guys who are in the movie. God bless Grady Matthews, the guy who died, the guy who says, like a nightmare, isn't it? Keith McCready. They call him Keither with the ether. And this guy was just the most fantastic. He was just like what you saw in that movie. Like a nightmare, isn't it? Bang. Just keep getting worse and worse. Bang, bang. And that's how he was in real life. So these characters that you meet, I'm going to tell you this, and anybody that plays pool can tell you, the pool hall is better than the golf course for whatever you need. You need a lawyer. They got it. You need a car salesman. They got it. You need a house repairman. You need a policeman. You have everything available to you. And I'm going to say this too. In general, pool is the one place where your color don't matter. The only thing that matters is how smooth you stroke that cue.
Yes.
That's facts.
There is a level of racism involved in it. And, and that's something that you killed by putting these kids on because they were blocking them out and cutting them off. You feel what I'm saying?
It's those opportunities, man. And you know, we came out and they was like, you know, it's like if I was working with Bill Gates and I quit Bill Gates, I make my own company. Then you got all the naysayers saying, oh, you're never going to make it. That's not going to happen. And before they knew it, I have the top junior tour in the world. We have the top junior tour in the world. So now they're saying, of course they want in. And I'm like, nah. Right. Nah, you're not going to come in because then all the BS starts and they just try to mold these kids the wrong way. And that's not what it is. I tell these kids, I say, this is not a participation trophy. The JSC is not a participation. You play, you win, you're going to get rewarded. If you do not, you can go back, look at the tape, and come and get better the next month. Stop the thing about sports and things, you know, oh man, my man's nice. He played ball and this and that. We crown people or we give them the titles before they even earn anything.
You're
nice. You know, like how about a basketball player? He lives in the hood. All the drug dealers are like, yo, leave money alone. Yo, he gonna beat somebody. Whoa, whoa, whoa. He goes to the NBA, found out their gear is like 10 gears over him, and feels like, man, I'm not ready. Right. So what we do is we get them ready, mentally, physically, everything, man. I mean, it's incredible. I tell Brother Jay, I said, yo, I'm going to Iowa next week. So if I don't call you in a few days, you know where I'm at. So, you know, but I go there. It was the best event ever. These people, their arms are so open because they know that what we're doing is groundbreaking. Like there's no favors. This is what I do, bro. If you go on my page and you look, who's ever on that poster, that's the person who won. They earned that poster. So we give them all the light.
Yeah.
We give them all the light. We give them all the push and say, hey, you want to be on this poster? You want to be on the advertisement? Win. That's all you got to do. And sometimes, sometimes it's not about winning.
It's like artist development, bro.
Yes, it is.
You're taking the time to walk the dog. If you're going to get a big head, get it now at 14, 15 years old.
Right.
But we can let it swell down before you step into the higher realm. You'll know how to budget your money. That's what attracted me to help you raise money for this thing. Man.
Yeah, and the thing about bro Jay, you know, he's always his mind is always working, and he was like, "Hey man, you know, let's do a celebrity tournament." So I'm gonna put it just like this: Shaq, 1,500 nothing. You, your boys, whoever, bring them all. I'll bring a crew of shorties, 9, 10 years old, and y'all ain't got a chance. We'll play you for whatever, whenever, and what. We'll put up for our charity. I'll bring my 5. We'll do a charity event and a little pro-am. Shaq could play with little Jaws. Whatever you guys want to do, we're here for all the smoke.
We're going to hook it up. That challenge is going to be issued this week, bro. I've already started my call. So don't even
listen. And it's incredible because it's all true. And to see these kids light up. Now, you know, I give them opportunities to get on the mic. I give them opportunities to commentate. You know, I give them opportunities to talk. That's another thing. So I'll tell you about this. I'm the only person like me that commentates on professional matches like this. All right, James, and right now he's going to follow the 1 to the 2 ball, send him for the 3. Oh, my God, fantastic shot. But I don't do it like that. I'm like, yo, you know, I got flavor. So people are like, who is that guy? Who is that guy? So the biggest challenge, we're in Mandalay Bay in Vegas. The biggest pool spectacle ever. It's called the Moscone Cup.
Right.
And they gave me the mic, and I fired USA up. Thank you to Emily Fraser and Matchroom, because it was the best experience I ever had. You got 3,000 people cheering. That size for Europe, this size for USA, and I'm talking smack, and it's incredible. Incredible.
Like the Air One shits.
Exactly. I told you. That's exactly, exactly it. Yeah. That's me. Yep.
Stuart Scott shit, like, you know what
exactly,
I mean?
brother. That's me. Exactly that. So, you know, and I hit the glass ceilings. They're like, because they're used to hearing, hey, Bill, shoot the 2, you know, and when I didn't do that, they're like, this is garbage. Get that guy off the mic, blah, blah, blah. My company, when I started doing it, I went from 0 to 20,000 followers. I was the first live streamer. I had 5,000 viewers watching Facebook. A pool tournament that we was broadcasting because we had the best in the world, Efren Reyes, and he was making a comeback, and everybody watched. Wow. Everybody. It was incredible. Wow. It was incredible, brother. Yeah. So, you know, I
got a question for you. Is there like because I like hearing about this type of thing. So you know, you switched up the styles from the commentating, right? But is there like, you know how like in, you know, tennis, golf, there's like the types of etiquette and stuff like that? Like, what's the type of etiquette in like as far as tournaments and pool and stuff?
Okay. So here's the thing. Okay, this is I'm gonna do okay, this is 2 brothers playing pool. Yeah. I got 5,000. You missed that, but you're gonna miss that ball right there. I got 5,000 right now. You're gonna choke. You can't do that in a tournament. In tournament, you sit in your chair. You don't. Okay, if we was playing pool and you sat there and I did this.
Oh, while I was shooting?
Yeah, while you shooting, because I'm trying to distract you.
We
call it sharking. So in tournaments, you have to dress up. You have to wear pool-centered
post.
Yes, that's me. And parents all over the world love that because there is a dress code. It's like, if you want to be the king, you got to dress like the king. But you don't have to dress like me. You don't have to dress like a square J.C. Penney suit wearing. You can still express yourself. You can still express yourself. But be clean. Be who you are, but represent. No white sneakers. They got to be all black. No jeans unless we can't tell they're jeans. Black slacks, and then whatever kind of jersey you want. Whatever, like a golfer, like our golfers look. You know, they have colorful shirts and things like that. No holes, no anything, because when people think about pool, that's the first thing they think about. wow, you can't make no money doing that. You're going to do that. You look at you. You look like a bum. Nobody can tell if you're the star or you're just a guy playing, you know? So there's a lot of rules. If you get caught cheating, they not only take one game, they take 2 games away. In our league, if we catch you cheating, we're going to kick you out.
Yes.
Forgive my ignorance. Give me an example how one would cheat in pool. Or what's the most common
so let's
thing?
say there's beads on the wire, right? And that's how you make your score. So let's say it's a race to 7, and you move your bead to 5, and then you move it to 6. And the guy says, "Hey man, you had 5." He says, "No, I got 6." You cheated them there. Let's say like this, we play a game. It's called all ball fouls, which means if you touch another ball with your clothing or with anything, that's a foul. That means the next person gets to shoot. So let's say I touched it with my shirt and you say I did, and you say I did. I said, "No, I didn't. I didn't do that." That's a foul. There's so many different things, because if you want guys to be athletes, you have to treat them like that. It's just like fouls in basketball, just like
how many fouls?
But they're more mental. It's more mental, because pool is 90% mental. After you get the mechanics down, it's all in your head.
How many fouls do you allow?
So in the game, if you're playing 9-ball, so here's the thing. In 9-ball, you have to, as long as you touch the lowest numbered ball, if you shoot at the lowest numbered ball and that ball hits a rail, or the cue ball hits a rail after hitting that lowest numbered ball, that's a good hit. Say if I hit the 1 and it goes up and it doesn't touch the rail, and the cue ball doesn't touch a rail, that's a foul. So that's 1 foul, right? So let's say a guy safes you. When I say safety, they call it something else. When I say safety, I mean I shoot the cue ball, I shoot my ball, and I put the cue ball where you can't hit your ball. So in pool, if I get 3 fouls on you in a row, that's loss of game.
Wow.
That's why I say, I would say where brothers are real strong in pool, Chicago, down south, any of them down south places, and places where brothers would have, adversity. Atlanta, Georgia, a lot of country people, man. Strawberry Brooks, Blood, oh man, I'll tell you this story.
Houston.
Yeah, Houston. Yeah. So
let me ask you something. The brother's asking if you play straight pool.
Oh yeah. Who asked that? That's a good one. Oh yeah, straight. That's perfect, because I'm gonna talk about Cicero Murphy. So brothers, Cicero Murphy was like Babe Ruth to us. Cicero Murphy was a slick dressing, slick talking, beautiful fluid stroke, man, just beautiful. And back in the days, they wouldn't let him play in the straight pool tournaments. So all the champions play, and they locked him out for like 5 years. They wouldn't let him play. Guess what happened when they let him play?
Yeah, what happened?
He beat them all. He beat them all.
Wow.
Yeah, he's in the biggest Hall of Fame. This is incredible.
For playing straight pool.
Yeah, so straight pool is really called 14-1. You have the balls racked. There's a break ball. You break with that ball. You open the balls up and you shoot till you miss. You want to know what the record is? Shoot till you miss. So that means every time you break the balls, you have to leave a ball where you can break the balls, right? So you rack up 14. You leave that ball, the last ball, where it is, and then you shoot that ball. That ball goes in, and the cue ball goes and breaks up the balls.
Right.
So guess what the record is without a miss? Guess what the record is?
What's that?
718 balls in a row with no misses.
What?
Yeah. Jason Shaw, 17. He just broke Willie Mosconi's old record was like 5 something, but in the new age, the record is 718, 719, held by Mr. Jason Shaw.
Wow.
Oh, somebody said, what about Strickland? Oh, stop. All right. You want to talk about the Pearl? All right. So Earl Strickland, if we say Earl Strickland was the Michael Jordan of pool. This guy, he won more world titles than anybody. He won the U.S. Open, which is probably the hardest pool tournament to ever win. If you was a basketball player and you never won the NBA Finals, they'd be like, you didn't win anything. That's how the U.S. Open was, where you had to play to eat. Earl the Pearl won that 5 times in a row. He won more world titles than anybody. This guy was and he would do it fast. He was so good, he'd do this. If he break and didn't make a ball, right, you know what he'd do? He'd rack the ball to let you shoot.
Oh, snap.
I'm telling you the truth. He just wrapped the balls up and let you shoot, because when he shot, he just ran the set out. So if it's a race to 7, he break and run 7 racks in a row, and you're just sitting in an electric chair. That's what we call your seat. You're sitting in your seat holding your cue. You're sitting there watching this guy get big balls after balls. Incredible.
Wow.
All right, this guy, Elton Davis, Johnny Archer, big son friend of mine. Yo, 3-time player of the decade, Johnny Archer, nicknamed the Scorpion, because when they call him the Scorpion because when he broke, his back legs used to come up and look like a scorpion. So he used to put all his body weight into it. He's a real skinny dude. Hit them boys ball so hard. So hard. The Scorpion was incredible. I tell you one, like,
real quick, Brother Jay, you were talking about the geometry. What was the geometry?
Okay, so perfect. So that's where we come in. Geometry and physics are an integral part of billiards. If you roll a cue ball into another ball, it's going to roll off what's called the tangent line. A rolling ball hits another ball, it's going to come off 90 degrees. That's the physics of it. When you bank balls, you make a triangle. You make one point equal another point in the middle. That's how you make bank shots. That's how you bank it, because it's a 90-degree angle or 45, whatever. You bisect that angle and put it in the pocket. Boom. Let's say, like I said before, if somebody plays you safe, they put you behind the ball. You have to kick 3 rails or count the rails to go around to hit that ball, unless it's a foul. Math is such an integral part of pool, which is one thing that we're really pressing and pushing, because we want a curriculum in schools or after schools to where they use the math and they use the physics to understand first what's happening, you know, and then they apply it to the table. And this is certified. There's a guy, big shout out to him, Dr. Dave. I mean, just mad amounts of information online. It's a curriculum. It's not like, oh, you hit it here and it goes there. No, he breaks it down exactly into fractions. So if you're good at math, you should be good at pool if you have good hand-eye coordination.
And so the kids are so you're like, you know, working at it with the kids, helping them understand those concepts.
Yes. So here we go. We have a coach. Our main coach, his name is D. Atkins. He is a world champion. He's a world champion, Derby City all-around champion, which means in 9-ball banks and 9-ball banks and 1 pocket, he had the highest average out of everybody. So that made him the all-around champion, and everybody won. He is the main coach of our kids, and he breaks his system down to them. He imparts that knowledge to them.
Wow, that's dope, man. How'd you get into to pool?
Man, tell you the truth, there was a cute girl at a little bodega store, and I used to watch her shoot pool. I'm like, man, she wasn't going to talk to me because I was a nerd. So I was like, I'm going to get good in pool and challenge this girl. Man, she mopped the floor with me, bro. She beat me up, and she was cute, talking smack. I was like, okay. So I went to Pat Fleming's place in New Jersey. It's called Fleming's. And I went there and I took some lessons on the low. And I came back and was like, what's up? If I beat you, we can go on a date? She's like, sure. Beat her up. The rest was history. Yes.
Had to hand it back to her.
Yeah, I handed it back. But pool is such a great meeting place, man. It's a great spot to go and some of my lifelong friends are from there. They're pretty famous and stuff like that. But you know, to me, that it's just Johnny or Earl or any of these guys.
Yeah, so we got
Oh yeah. Well, this Elton Davis knows exactly who it is. So he's talking about the Black Widow, Jeanette Lee. Arguably, that's my homie. Me and Jeanette is tight. You know, I've commentated with her. She works with me with the kids. The Black Widow. Anytime I say pool to somebody, if I say, "Do you know who Jeanette Lee is?" They'll say no. But if I say, "Do you know who the Black Widow is?" They're gonna. Oh, I know the Black Widow, the Asian girl with the long black hair. When pool was on ESPN all the time, she's the first one to have all the swag. She was on Time magazine. She was in Sports Illustrated. She's the first one who was like me to bring that swagger to pool, because before everybody was just all stuffy, you know. And she was the one. She was open, had a beautiful personality and everything. She's incredible.
Real quick, because we have some times limited. I wanted to get into a little bit as far as the music goes. How'd you guys link up musically?
Okay, so we had a crew called Prisoners of War, right? And Architect Paradise was working at the Latin Quarters, and they went in there and they smashed and won his talent show. So Architect says, hey, you guys come to Brooklyn and meet these guys. And they was like, come on, Ultra. I was like, man, I ain't going to Brooklyn, whatever. I was making the beat, right? So we get over there and we go through the thing, and I meet Jay and I meet these people. I said, yo, this is dude, because I was a big Ralph McDaniel fan. I said, yo, that's Brother Jay. He's like, yeah. I'm like, oh my God. I was like, you know, because I'm like everybody, ran home, watched Video Music Box, the red, the black, and the green. And then I'm sitting there chilling with him. I'm like, oh, I was just shell shocked, bro. It was crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to walk around the house all the time, like annoying my mom. I was like, with the key, sissy.
Yeah.
My mom, she's like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, yo, you don't understand. I was like,
man,
clear, Mom.
Black,
like, what?
I mean, yeah, it was great. It was a great experience. You like growing in the music with Jay. I mean, he made me the producer I am, because Jay is just, man, that guy is picky, bro. I'd come to him with some beats. I'm like, oh, check this heat out, Jay. Oh, he's like,
nah.
He's go, whoosh, thumbs down. And I'm like, so here's a true story, bro. It's gonna be funny. So we're getting ready to do I think it was Dark Sun. We're getting ready to do Dark Sun. And I was in the lab, man. I was in the lab. I had SP. I'm doing all this work. And I come to him, and I used to have music in sections. I say, okay, here goes some interludes, Jay, and here goes some beats. And Jay goes, what you interlude? He said, what you talking? That's the beat. That's where Time to Build came from.
Time to Build was an interlude.
It was an interlude, brother.
Really? No way in the world I was going to talk over a banging ass beat like that, dog. It was no way in the world. So he had it to beat like reverse. He's composing on a whole other level, but the Time to Build, the Jewels of Evolve, all of that.
Jewels Evolve.
Was all interlude beats, you know, for between the tracks and shit like that. He used to give me extra, like, B-roll and banging.
Real talk, bro. I was like, here's some interludes. And he said, what? Boy, you done lost. He said, give me that. Let me show you what I do to that. And that guy, let me tell you about Brother Jay.
Somebody eat that right now.
I would challenge anybody in the world to be as meticulous with their craft as this guy. I watched him write those lyrics. He'd be like, I can't say that because I'm a mumble over this word. I can't say it. And no punching. No punching. He told me, if I can't do it right here live, Ultra, then what I'm gonna do on the stage? And I was like, and just articulate with it, man. And long story short, me and this guy, we sat there with Herb Powers. He told us to go back to the lab, and we mixed the whole album, 2 days, just me and him.
Yeah, word, man.
Mixed the whole Dark Sun album over again. Just me and him, and just going through it. And it's crazy because we had, I mean, listen, man, I'm a breakologist, bro. I listen, Pete and Tribe Called Quest, Pete and all them guys, they could give it. Because me and my Jersey, man, shout out to DJ Mate, shout out to ACL, shout out to K-Def. We had a little collective in Jersey, but we was tight with the beats, man. We was on it. We was on it.
What part of Jersey you from, fam?
Passaic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And these are the brothers who taught me how to dig further in the crates, man.
Yeah, Jay used to like these crunchy, ashy records.
Shit, you know, to actually know names and styles and shit. Yeah, man. I mean, and when I had to let go of sampling, they helped me to understand the kind of process of instruments and things that I had to know. Bro, I mean, it's a lot, bro.
Man, forget that, Jay. Yo, speaking of no samples and everything, right? He come to me with these ideas. Yo, Ultra, just play this over and this will be dope. Why don't you play this with this? And I look at him like, he said, watch. That's his thing. He's like, watch, right? Weapon X. Weapon X. Weapon X was Jay said, I sat there and played on the piano, made the beat, hit record. That guy, he got it, man, because he really loves the craft. That's the thing about him. He loves the craft, and he loves his family. You know what I mean? And he's really, you know, I just, you know, I could be biased, I could be whatever, but I just don't really think they gave him his due. Like now that they're coming around to get it, but I would put Jay up there with any of those spitters, and he's not gonna get waxed. I'm sorry, he just ain't. He just ain't.
You know, that's the thing. So it's like, I've never heard, I mean, there's cats, you know what I'm saying? Well, I'll be like, yo, who you've never heard like a whack verse from? Like, where you're like, oh, I'll turn that shit off. Like, Brother Jay's one of them dudes, man. You know what I'm saying? It's
for sure.
Like, and again, as we grow, the content gets even deeper, because you know what I'm saying. There's more to it now. So it's like 19-year-old brother Jay coming with the missiles. All right, so we got so it's on. It's on. Red pill, all that shit. You know what I mean?
Red pill, man.
We have some heat coming, man. We remixed a lot of the Dark Sun joints. We got the X-Clan documentary.
X-Clan documentary coming, right?
Yeah, man. We about to get it. Van Glorious, the man, the music. What is it? The man, the music, the what, Jay? The movement.
Music, the mission, and the movement.
There we go. It's going to be incredible.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's going to be incredible, bro.
Big up to the good brother Paradise Gray, who lives out here in Pittsburgh. Like,
what up, Dice?
What up, big up. Yeah, man. But
you know what I'm saying?
For sure. That's what it is, man. I know that we would have a good man's conversation. With real men into the room, it's always going to be a good build, man.
Oh, no, of course. This was great, man. Like, because you got the same kind of energy I got. So I'm like, all right, let's
go.
Ready to rock. You're like, because brother Jay, I'm like, it's go time. I'll be blowing his phone up like, yo, we got it. You know, I feel like
bro, man, I can't
shit out of him. Like,
I can't tell you how many times me and Jay just get on topic and we talk for like 4 or 5 hours. We didn't know where the time went.
Word.
We just sitting there building, and it's always positive. That's so I'm gonna tell people, like, listen, man, you know, a lot of things happen in the universe that are out there. Do your due diligence before you go jump out the window on some dumminess, because in the end of it, you're gonna look like a fool. You're gonna look like a fool because it's just, I just know how people throw shade on my brother, man. The only thing he did was I tell you some incredible stuff. I can tell you incredible stuff, but you wouldn't even believe me, bro. If I tell you the things that happened that I saw myself, that I've been there, you'd be like, he did what? I'd be like, he did that. And I'm looking at him like, Jay, what are you doing? Nah, Ultra, that's not right. And every time I can't blame him because he was right. I can't say too many times when bro Jay was wrong. Not like he's a saint or anything, but I'm telling you, that man, he's a man. You know what I mean? He got character, he got principles, he got morals, and I never, ever, not for money, not for clout, not for nothing, I never saw that man bend his principles. I'll tell you that. Right for that, that's a fact. Never, bro.
That's like the realest shit you can say about somebody.
That's the real. I mean? That's the real, bro.
I don't give a fuck what he got. Who he knows.
That's how he was. I don't care. I'm like, bro, we could be, man.
That's the real.
I just remember Ultra Jazz, Hot 97, Angie Martinez just banging this joint. Why don't you play the lyrics? She just banging the record. They just tried to hold Jay back, man. Put him in a little box and said this is what he's about, and he was just so much bigger than that. I'm just gonna leave it right there, bro. You know.
Yeah, bro. See, the book is still being written though, so that's why it's
it ain't over.
Go time, you know what I mean? Documentary time, like
that excellent documentary. It's gonna be ready, man. We gonna really. I'm gonna let my brother shine.
It's foot on their next time right now, so that's the thing. So it's all good. It's like you can only sleep for so long, you know what I'm saying? Then it's in your face. So
that's right.
I want to shut this down in a minute because I don't want to lose it. Instagram always kills my
There
shows.
You go. I got you.
Yeah. So
I got you, fam.
Thank you so much for rocking with us, man. This was
man. Thank you.
That was a home run, brother Jay. You picked the home run. You were like, yo, this was a fucking
bro.
Dope,
listen, we would need a week for us to get. I got all the details, bro. Jay gonna silence me if he go. They'd be like, good score, Ultra, because I know everything, bro. I've been with that brother forever, man.
No, it was good. And listen, very important. You know, like again, like you're doing this pool tournament with the kids, and really, that's a big thing right there as far as spreading this for the youth. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. That's what we're doing it for. Anybody.
Big up to D-Mac and big up to Professor KG. You know,
big up Dana.
Definitely helping us out. You know, raising money for these kids in this tournament, man. You know, it's going to be a solid understanding. Hopefully, a course that they can really learn math and science and extend.
Yeah, it's going to be incredible, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
We'll sync them together.
Definitely.
No, that's dope, man. Because it's about the kids and you know what I'm saying. So
that's all it's about, brother. That's all it's about. That's all it's about, bro. You know, it sounds so corny. Your elders tell you, you don't listen, but in the end, that's the future, man. And to see them, you know, it's like a little bit of you shining. You know, I just feel I'm just proud. I'm really proud of it. And Jay told me, because I'm telling you, being a soldier with him, we don't, as black men, we don't get a chance to be like, yeah, I did that. We always looking out and trying not to blow your own spot up. Sometimes you got to blow your own horn and just take a second, even if it's to yourself, and be like, yeah, I did that. So thank you, Jay, for reminding me about that.
Yes, sir.
Of course.
Honor yourself, man. Honor yourself. Your honorable brother, man.
Absolutely. This is
respect.
Yeah, this is important, man. And you know what you're doing, and also, like you said, you know, kind of moving in ciphers that like we don't normally move in. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's important. And moving as yourself, like moving with flavor. Because we gotta do shit with flavor.
We gotta do it right, bro.
I mean,
we gotta have it.
You know what I mean? Like,
gotta have a little something.
So I appreciate you. Listen, we're gonna get this up. So everybody, look, this is episode 20, Constant Elevation. Ra Hanna, Brother Jay. We're gonna get this up on the YouTube, and all 19 episodes are already on there. So if someone said, please get this up, they're on our YouTube channel. It's Carrying the Culture.
That's what's up.
This will be up too. I'll tag both of you in the clip. We'll get it up.
For sure, I'll put it up.
Thank you.
I'll put it up. Blow it up, bro.
First Monday of every month, we do this Constant Elevation. Look for us next month for episode 21. Salute, y'all. Appreciate you, man.
Absolutely. Salute.
All right. We'll talk, Brother Jay. Be good. Be good.
Peace. All right, Jay. Peace, brother.